Mark fired a shot at it, but it didn't cause any harm. With nowhere to hide, Mark was grabbed by the neck by the monster and was about to be killed when Tang Gang rushed back just in time. He slashed the monster with a knife, saving Mark. But just as they escaped the lake, they encountered a landslide ahead, and both of them accidentally rolled down. When they woke up again, Tang Gang found himself by a small stream, feeling like his body was falling apart, and he was injured by branches. Fortunately, his life was not in danger. Mark also landed in the stream and was not in any life-threatening danger. However, the two got separated. Not far away, the angry roars of the monster echoed from the mountain. Worried that Mark might be in danger, Tang Gang grabbed a large knife and quickly headed up the mountain. Exhausted, Mark finally made it out of the valley. Just as he lay down to rest by the stream, a giant crocodile suddenly appeared beside him. Unexpectedly, besides the terrifying monster, there were also ferocious crocodiles on the island. At such a close distance, if the crocodile attacked Mark, he would surely be doomed. Fortunately, the crocodile was already full and ignored Mark. Seeing the crocodile crawl into the water, Mark quickly fled the area. The island was a vast wilderness, and Mark had no idea where he was or where to go. Stumbling along, he arrived at a waterfall. The scenery here was picturesque, but unfortunately, he had no time to enjoy it. He saw the monster by the waterfall applying moss to its wounds. It seemed that Tang Gang's slash had indeed caused it some harm. However, while it was tending to its wounds, it didn't expect a crocodile to take an interest in it. While it was off guard, a crocodile lunged out of the water, bit it, and dragged it into the water. Unexpectedly, the bloodthirsty and terrifying fishman became the crocodile's prey. But in the end, who would win? Mark, who initially wanted to escape, stayed to watch with interest. Before long, the water turned clear, and the fishman's body floated to the surface. It seemed the fishman had won. Seeing this, Mark hurriedly fled the scene. Meanwhile, Tang Gang got lost in the forest. In the woods, he discovered a dead paratrooper. Startled, Tang Gang accidentally fell into a trap. As he looked up, he was frightened by a terrifying fishman. Upon closer inspection, he realized the fishman was already dead, with a noticeable gunshot wound on its head. It appeared to be the work of the deceased paratrooper, but both had perished together. This indicated that there was more than one fishman on the island, and perhaps more terrifying creatures. Tang Gang found a handgun on the dead paratrooper. Although there weren't many bullets left, it was better than nothing. After walking for a while, Tang Gang saw a crashed aircraft outside a cave. This aircraft likely belonged to the pilot they encountered earlier. Tang Gang intended to scavenge the aircraft, but it was empty inside. Night quickly fell. Mark also discovered a piece of a wing in the forest. For self-defense, he crafted a weapon from the plane debris. Then, he arrived at the cave where the aircraft had crashed. In the cockpit, he found a flare gun and a lighter. In the wild, the importance of fire cannot be overstated. With a lighter, their chances of survival greatly increased. In addition, Mark found a bomb beneath the aircraft. It seemed the aircraft was on a combat mission before it crashed, but it didn't have the chance to drop the bomb. Mark planned to take a break and leave. Unexpectedly, he ran into Tang Gang, who signaled Mark to follow him. It seemed like there was a major discovery. He led Mark all the way into a cave. Inside, they saw a huge cocoon hanging. It appeared to be the lair of the fish people. That cocoon was a fish person baby. Having been chased by the fish people, both of them were quite frustrated. Mark suggested using the fighter jet's bomb to destroy this lair. After saying this, they returned to the plane to retrieve the bomb. However, just as they were about to detonate it, the fish people suddenly appeared from behind and ambushed Mark. Mark was no match and was critically injured by the fish people. Tang Gang fired a shot, hitting the fish person, but it wasn't enough to kill it. The fish person's skin was tough and the remaining bullets might not be able to take it down. So Tang Gang aimed the gun at the cocoon hanging in the cave. With a gunshot, the fish person baby fell out of the cocoon. The fish person was immediately drawn to the baby. At this moment, Tang Gang wanted to help the injured Mark leave, but Mark was already severely wounded and at the end of his rope. To avoid burdening Tang Gang, Mark told him to leave on his own while he stayed behind to activate the bomb. Tang Gang didn't hesitate and quickly left the cave. Just as he escaped the cave, an explosion was heard from inside. The cave was engulfed in flames. It seemed the fish people were doomed. Perhaps the flames from the cave were noticed by the outside world, as a U.S. destroyer soon arrived on the island to rescue Tang Gang. After the warship left, an injured fish person appeared near the coast. It seemed the explosion hadn't killed it. This concludes the story. The hell ships mentioned in the film are traceable. During World War II, the Japanese military transported prisoners of war back to Japan under terrible conditions, often resulting in large numbers of prisoners dying without medical care. In addition to those who died due to environmental factors, some prisoners were mistakenly killed by Allied forces because the Japanese did not mark the ships according to international conventions. According to big data statistics, from 1942 to 1945, the Japanese used